ZZ Top is an American rock band formed in Houston, Texas in 1969. For 51 years, it consisted of vocalist-guitarist Billy Gibbons, drummer Frank Beard, and bassist-vocalist Dusty Hill until his death in 2021. ZZ Top developed a signature sound based on Gibbons' blues style and Hill and Beard's rhythm section. They are known for their live performances, sly and humorous lyrics, and the matching appearances of Gibbons and Hill, who wore sunglasses, hats, and long beards. ZZ Top formed after Gibbons' band, Moving Sidewalks, disbanded in 1969. Within a year, they signed with London Records and released ZZ Top's first album in 1971. Albums Tres Hombres, 1973, and Fandango, 1975, and singles La Grange and Tush gained extensive radio airplay. By the mid-1970s, ZZ Top had become renowned in North America for their live act, including the Worldwide Texas Tour, 1976-77, which was a critical and commercial success. ZZ Top returned in 1979 with a new musical direction and image, with Gibbons and Hill wearing sunglasses and matching chest-length beards. With the album El Loco 1981, they began to experiment with synthesizers and drum machines. They established a more mainstream sound and rose to international stardom with Eliminator 1983 and Afterburner 1985, which integrated influences from new wave, punk, and dance rock. The popularity of the album's music videos, including for Gimme All Your Lovin', Sharp Dressed Man, and Legs, gave them mass exposure on MTV and made them prominent in 1980s pop culture. The Afterburner tour set records for the highest attended and highest grossing of 1986. After the release of their 10th album, Recycler 1990, and its accompanying tour, the group's experimentation continued with mixed success on the albums Antenna 1994, Rhythmine 1996, XXX 1999, and Mescalero 2003. They released La Futura 2012 and Goin' 50 2019, a compilation album commemorating the band's 50th anniversary. By the time of Hill's death in 2021, ZZ Top had become the longest-running band with an unchanged lineup in the history of music. Per Hill's wishes, he was replaced by their longtime guitar tech, Elwood Francis, on bass. ZZ Top has released 15 studio albums and sold an estimated 50 million records. They have won 3 MTV Video Music Awards, and in 2004, the members were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In 2015, Rolling Stone ranked Gibbons the 32nd greatest guitarist of all time. The band members have supported campaigns and charities including Childline, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and the Delta Blues Museum. Billy Gibbons had formed the band Moving Sidewalks in Houston in 1966 with Dan Mitchell on drums, Tom Moore on keyboards, and Don Summers on bass. The group earned Gibbons local recognition, with their single 99th Floor becoming a local hit. After opening for various popular groups such as The Doors, Jimi Hendrix, and the 13th Floor Elevators, Moving Sidewalks eventually released the album Flash in 1969. By this point, both Moore and Summers had been drafted into the United States Army to fight in the Vietnam War, and Gibbons and Mitchell subsequently recruited bassist-keyboardist Lanier Gregg, thus forming the first iteration of ZZ Top. The name of the band was Gibbons' idea. The band had a small apartment covered with concert posters, and he noticed that many performers' names used initials. Gibbons particularly noticed B.B. King and ZZ Hill and thought of combining the two into Zazzy King, but considered it too similar to the original name. He then figured that King is at the top, which gave him the idea of naming the band ZZ Top. ZZ Top was managed by Bill Ham, a Waxahachie, Texas native who had befriended Gibbons a year earlier. They released their first single, Salt Lick, in 1969, and the B-side contained the song Miller's Farm. Both songs credited Gibbons as the composer. Shortly after the recording of Salt Lick, Gregg was replaced by bassist Billy Etheridge, a bandmate of Stevie Ray Vaughan's, and Mitchell was replaced by Frank Beard of American Blues. Due to lack of interest from the major American record companies, ZZ Top accepted a record deal from London Records, the American affiliate of the British Decca Records label. Unwilling to sign a recording contract, Etheridge quit the band and Dusty Hill, Frank Beard's American blues bandmate, became his replacement in late 1969. At this moment, all three members of the band were 20 years old. After Hill moved from Dallas to Houston, ZZ Top signed with London in 1970. They performed their first concert together at a Knights of Columbus Hall in Beaumont, Texas, on February 10, 1970. The show was booked by KLVI radio personality Al Caldwell, who was also instrumental in broadcasting the band's first recordings. In addition to assuming the role as the band's leader, Gibbons became the main lyricist and musical arranger. With the assistance of Ham and engineer Robin Hood Bryans, ZZ Top's first album, 1971, was released. It featured barrel house rhythms, distorted guitars, double entendre, and innuendo. The music and songs reflected ZZ Top's blues influences. Following their debut album, the band released Rio Grande Mud, 1972, which produced their first charting single, Francine,